The beautiful part of crypto is that it's built on open ledger technology. It's the most transparent financial scaffolding that we've ever had. You can actually see the money moving literally in real time, and there's clear records of it. Whereas if you told Wall Street that they had to do that and show that to us every day and show us what's going on, in crypto, it's all out in the open.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Live Better, Sell Better podcast. This is your host, Kevin Dorsey, aka KD, and I have a fun topic today because this is not a topic that we have touched on yet in this podcast, but it has been requested many, many times. We're diving into the mysterious world, the unpredictable world, and the incredibly exciting world of crypto today. Cryptocurrency. Now, if you read, depending on the channels you read, either crypto is the future or crypto is a scam. Either crypto could produce generational wealth or crypto is a Ponzi that will lose all of your money. And so I am so excited to have Josh Rhodes on the show with me today. He's the founder of Crypto Y'all, helping people create passive income and smarter investments through crypto. So we're going to be diving in today, asking the questions that either we've always wanted answered or the questions that we haven't even thought to ask yet. Josh is going to dive in, and I'm pumped. Josh, my man, welcome to the show.
Man, honored to be here. What an incredible intro. That's awesome.
You know, I'm told this is only the reason why guests show up anymore. It's like, KD, I just want to hear the intro. It makes me feel pretty good. And then deuces, I'm out. I'm like,
you're a pro intro. It's great.
Well, I am excited for this topic. And I know a lot of people, are as well in the community. So we'll start with obviously just very high level, right? Like crypto could mean so many things to so many different people, right? And so in your description, right, you say, I help crypto curious people create passive income with crypto. When you say crypto, what do you mean?
Well, I think I'm a word picture guy. So crypto's a big, it's a big time. It's like, hey, let's go to the zoo and see some animals. And you walk in the zoo and you're like, wait a second, there's a lot of species here. So it's really important to understand that not all cryptos are created equal. They don't all do the same thing. There's various utilities, and some are absolutely not worth your dollars. Don't trade them, right? But the overall idea is that it's an emerging technology called blockchain that is going to advance and make more efficient our society. I think that's probably the most basic thing. And I always like to gravitate towards Bitcoin because it's the largest market cap. It's obviously the poster boy, but it's actually not crypto. It's Bitcoin. It's set apart. It's different. But if you can understand Bitcoin, you can understand the rest of the crypto world. And so the first thing I always like to tell people, if you're entertaining Bitcoin as an investment or as a utility, it's very important to look at it as a peer-to-peer network before you actually look at it as another kind of money. It's important to understand that it's the largest decentralized network of computers on the planet, larger than any Google server farms, larger than any government building or network of, spyware. It's the largest computer network on the planet, and it's decentralized. So it's not controlled by institutions, greedy Wall Street bankers, governments, corrupt dictators. There's no one who can manipulate it. And the ultimate idea, the philosophical side of it all, is so that Kevin and Josh can be our own bank, and that we can be. It's the greatest exercise in self-autonomy and self-reliance that we've ever had as a human race. And so that's kind of the first preliminary things we need to understand. Now that sounds big and ethereal to most people. Most people are just like, hey, should I invest $100 in Bitcoin? But I think it's really foundational for us to understand that these are, it's kind of like when the internet was coming about. I was growing up, I had dial up barely out in the country of Northwest Alabama. I didn't know what I was dealing with at the time. Obviously now you and I are talking on a video screen in remote locations. In the future, or even now, if you had $1 billion and you lived in Shanghai and I lived in Hawaii, and you wanted to send me that $1 billion in a matter of moments, you could because of crypto. And you could do that without the permission of governments or without asking banks to help us out and give us, give us credit and take 7 days for it to settle. And that's kind of the most basic utility of what Bitcoin would be. And then all the other cryptos have different utilities in the world: security, storage, programmable money, the list goes on.
And so I want to touch on something that gets brought up there often, right? It's this idea of decentralized and unregulated. Like, well, what about the criminals, Josh? Isn't this just how criminals are sending money so the governments don't know where it is? Talk to me about that.
Oh, well, I think that's always an interesting talk track that's fed to us by the traditional financial system. Mm-hmm. The beautiful part about crypto is that it's built on open ledger technology. It's the most transparent financial scaffolding that we've ever had. You can actually see the money moving literally in real time, and there's clear records of it. Whereas if you told Wall Street that they had to do that and show that to us every day and show us what's going on, think about the insider trading, think about the manipulation and things that happen that just because of some rich hedge fund or some central banker made some kind of emotional decision or had a self-aggrandizing moment that they might tank an entire company or manipulate some publicly traded business. In crypto, it's all out in the open. So you can see what the whales are doing. You can see what the minnows are doing. It's all there. So it's just kind of like a double standard that a lot of people throw out there.
100%. And that's why we're having this conversation, because if you don't know, if you're just getting in, that's what you hear. Yeah. Right. And just going through it.